Boston at the line shooting 2. Had a chance to give Florida the tie. Now he'll shoot one more.
I think they called a lane violation, Vern. He was shooting 1 and 1.
You're right.
So he'll get a re-look, but well, he doesn't look very comfortable up there.
He is a 49% free throw shooter for the course of the year. And Florida 7 of 14 at the line tonight. Doesn't get this one. Ollie's got it for UConn. 90 seconds to go. Winner gets Boston College. UConn leads by 2. They've led by as many as 10. Florida grabbed a 3-point lead at 52-49 some 3 minutes ago.
And then they missed 2 free throws from one of their best free throw shooters that would have given them a 5-point cushion.
Shot clock under 10. Ollie. Balance. Rebound Brown. 1 minute to go.
Look for Cross or Brown to take this shot. You need to do 2 for 1 here. I don't think you want to maximize the clock. You want to have 2 possessions for 1. Won't happen now.
Brown almost lost it. Now he gives it off to Cross with the shot clock at 10. And Dan Cross will go to the line with a chance to tie it up. Travis Knight, 4 fouls.
Boy, they were fighting the shot clock, and the last thing you want if you're UConn is a foul there. See, the shot clock under 5, but clearly Knight came over the back, and Cross did a nice job to wait for that contact.
Dan Cross, 85% for the season, but 2 of 5 tonight. One more for the tie.
Obviously, if he makes it, you play solid D and rebound the ball for Florida. If he doesn't make it, then you've got to foul immediately.
UConn has the basketball, 30 seconds remaining.
Danielle Marshall has not had a good touch the last 4 minutes or so. I think you ride him or Ray Allen.
Timeout, UConn. And they take the timeout with 15 seconds remaining. UConn 57, Florida the same. Seconds remaining in regulation. UConn has the ball. They will send Kevin Ollie, Travis Knight, Daron Sheffer, Danielle Marshall, and Ray Allen on the court.
If you're UConn, you try to get it to Marshall. I think you take this shot with about 4 seconds on the clock to see if you can get a second shot in case it doesn't go.
Jason Anderson on defensively. He's guarding Sheffer right now. Here's Danielle Marshall. The clock at 5. Marshall with the jumper. But he was fouled. And he'll have a chance to give UConn the lead with 3.4 seconds left.
The personal foul is charged. Number 55, Andrew McClure. It is his fourth personal of a 10-feet foul against Florida.
There's the touch right there on the elbow. Marshall got a good look.
Danielle Marshall is 5 of 6 from the line tonight. Timeout, Florida.
All right, going to send you back over to the Midwest to Dallas and Maryland and Michigan. Michigan leads 53-40 with 13 minutes left in the ball game. And Jim Nance here.
Well, Pat Mario Lucas hit a 3 for Maryland, cut into Michigan's largest lead, which was 16.
And Jim, Michigan doing a terrific job with Jack
3.4 seconds remaining in regulation. At this point in the ball game, UConn has made 6 more free throws than Florida. Donyell Marshall has 1 more attempt to give UConn the lead.
If in fact Marshall makes this, UConn goes up 1. I would think Florida would try to inbound the ball to half court and then call their last time out to set up a last-second shot.
This isn't doing any good for Donyell Marshall.
No, it certainly isn't. Good point. Icing him just a bit more as players get their assignments and take their position.
Marshall is 5 of 7 for the evening. This would put UConn back on top. Timeout, Florida. With 1.7.
With that timeout, we'll send you back to Dallas, and Michigan and Maryland will keep you posted, of course.
Obviously have the ball in the hands of the guards. Look inside for the big fella if Hill is in there.
See what happens. Here's Clark Kellogg and Vern Lundquist.
Officials are by rule allowed to use a replay to rectify a scorer or timer's mistake, and this is what happened during the timeout. Tom Rucker, the referee, looked at the replay. You see the time was called with 1.7 seconds remaining. That's Tom Rucker on the left, Dan Crispin, the standby official, on the right. They were checking when DeClercq called and asked for the timeout. They have decided to put 0.7 seconds back on the clock. So Rucker is now explaining it to Jim Calhoun and Lon Kruger. But by rule, Tom Rucker was allowed to correct a timing mistake. There's the proper use of the replay. And they have put 2.4 seconds on the clock.
Exactly. Well done and well documented. Now Florida just wants to get it in bounds.
Oh, my! It was almost obtained by Travis Knight.
Well, there's no reason to throw the ball on the floor in the backcourt. You've only got 2 seconds. You got to get it across half court with your pass here. Gators lucky to retain possession.
DeClercq to Hill. We've got overtime. It took a while, but Florida fought back. They're tied at 57 with the University of Connecticut Huskies. 5-minute overtime coming up.
Right.
Marshall and DeClercq, and it's controlled by Florida. The Gators have Cross and Brown, Jason Anderson, DeClercq, and Dimitri Hill. Last night it was Syracuse and Missouri. Tonight, Florida and UConn. And Dimitri Hill, Travis Knight with the block.
Good help by Donyell Marshall. Hill had nowhere to go with that one.
Shepard, no. DeClercq with the rebound. Cross running. Or Brown, rather. Throws it right to Daron Shepard. At the other end, Ollie. Marshall. Off his hand. Florida ball. You don't think anybody's nervous out there.
Well, again, I mentioned I thought Connecticut played a little tight the last 7 or 8 minutes. But Florida unable to really take advantage of that.
4 minutes remaining in overtime. No score in overtime thus far. Hill wants the ball. Brown blocked by Shepard. Good job.
Solid defense the last 2 possessions by UConn. Florida has to get into their offense a little earlier. Much easier said than done because UConn has done a nice job pressuring the ball on the perimeter and collapsing inside. Well, where's Donyell Marshall? They've got to look to find him, and he's got to work to get himself free.
Has it now with Jason Anderson guarding him, and Anderson fouls him.
Number 5, Jason Anderson commits his 4th.
Again, late in the shot clock, Anderson reaches in and gets a piece of Donyell Marshall's arm.
Donyell Marshall back at the line. His mind, no doubt, preoccupied with thoughts of what might have been. He's missed his last 3, including 2 that could have given UConn the lead with 3.5 seconds to go. Huskies up by 1, 58-57, 3:15 remaining in overtime.
Florida has to get into their offense a little earlier. Fighting the shot clock the last 2 trips, they haven't gotten a good shot.
Good defense by Ollie. Timeout, Florida.
And that's their only one. And
Florida calls timeout.
Time is called with 13 seconds left in the shot clock, 2:55 remaining in OT. Significant element of this reset is the 0 under UF. No timeouts left for Florida. And 2:50 remaining in overtime. 58-57, UConn leads it. Brown, there's the switch. Brown takes the shot, no. Anderson with the rebound, and he is fouled.
boy, great board work by Jason Anderson. He just elevated above everybody to get that one. You know what's happening right now, Vern? This game has been so herky-jerky in style for the last 13 to 14 minutes. Nobody's in a rhythm. It's going to be a free throw shooting contest, basically. Forced shot by Brown, fighting the shot clock, and then Anderson times his jump, and then there's the grab by Marshall.
Jason Anderson at the line.
Anderson shoots his first free throw of the night, and he's got a couple coming. Florida is now 10 of 18 at the line. And the sophomore from College Park, Georgia, has put Florida back on top.
And I think that's part of the reason he's in the game. He's a better free throw shooter than Brian Thompson.
There's the switch. Back it goes to Donyell Marshall. Off the mark. DeClercq with a rebound.
Let's see if Florida will get a good look at the basket. And to do that, they have to get into their stuff prior to the 10-second mark on the shot clock.
Cross looks underneath for DeClercq. Cross takes the shot too strong. Rebound, Ray Allen, UConn. Under 2 minutes remaining in overtime. Donyell Marshall.
Marshall grimacing a bit. Got raked in the nose a possession or two ago.
Sheffer. My goodness, what a shot.
They got partially blocked, I think, Vern.
90 seconds to go.
I think Jason Anderson may have gotten a piece of that.
Brown. Yes! That's the first three-point basket hit by either team in the second half and overtime. At the 1:15 mark, Craig Brown hit a three-pointer. And the Norwegian and the Finn led the Scandinavian skyline to even higher proportions. Here's Ollie.
You need a good high percentage shot quickly if you're UConn. You don't want to waste too much time.
55 seconds remaining. UConn, the second seed, down by 4. Sheffer spots up for the three. The rebound in the hands of Florida. Trying to get to the Elite Eight for the first time in the school's history. Daron Sheffer with the foul.
Boy, Dan Cross didn't like how hard he was hit. I don't think anything malicious intended. Cross to concentrate on the task at hand now. This could give them a 6-point cushion. Really didn't need the 3-point shot, although Sheffer got a good look at one. Just didn't follow through.
This is the largest lead Florida has enjoyed tonight. Kevin Ollie heads out. And the margin came on a 3-point basket by the only senior in the starting lineup, Greg Brown. And Dan Cross shows a little frustration at himself.
Yeah, an 85% free throw shooter. He's hovering around 50% tonight.
4 of 8. 5 of 9. And the Gators have their largest lead. It comes with 35 seconds left in overtime. Marshall. No. Sheffer. They need the 3-pointer. Ray Allen takes it. No. Dimitri Hill fouled in the backcourt. In 1988, Lon Kruger was the coach at Kansas State. He got his team into the regional final in that game. They lost to a guy named Danny Manning in the Kansas Jayhawks, who went on to win the national title. This time, he's got his 10-year-old son, Kevin, on the bench as a good luck charm.
He had a pretty good player back then, too, Mitch Ricksman, who went on the following year to be the NBA's Rookie of the Year. But the Gators, they win ugly. They don't do anything spectacular. They haven't shot it well from the free throw line, but I think more than what Florida has done, I think it's the fact that Connecticut has been flat and careless, and then I think the weight of being the favorite when they weren't able to put Florida away earlier in the second half really started to show itself.
Florida leads by 7. Dimitri Hill gets a rest. Sheffer all the way. And timeout is called by UConn. 15.6 seconds remain. The Florida Gators lead by 5. Neither team with a timeout remaining. UConn has a possession arrow, but Florida has a 5-point lead with 15.6 seconds left. And Kevin Ollie gets called for the foul. This is a UConn team that is back in the NCAA after a 1-year hiatus. They missed last year with a 15-13 record. But it is not a senior-dominated team. There are no seniors in the starting 5, Clark.
Yeah, they're a young club. Ray Allen is going to get better. Had an outstanding tournament until tonight struggled with his teammates as far as shooting the ball, especially the last 22, 23 minutes or so. And part of that you attribute to the defense of the Gators, but you have to also make the point that UConn missed some shots and turned the ball over an awful lot when they had a chance maybe to stretch the lead to a comfortable double-digit margin.
Lead is back to 7 as Cross hits 2. Ollie to Sheffer. Ollie has it misfire. Here's Cross behind the back, and the senior will put the period to the paragraph. first half. Florida fights back to tie it up at 57-all. And then they win it by 9. And the biggest basket of the night came with 1:15 remaining in overtime. A three-pointer by the senior guard, Craig Brown.